Our lives as a family have been challenged by the question, why is there pain? Why is there evil?
Every believer goes through a time in their lives where it feels like God has let them down, where God has betrayed them.
So I followed through, but somehow I ended up here.
I used to have the view of God that if I am serving Him, He will protect me from bad things happening.
When I was 12, I prayed to receive Jesus into my life. And as He came in and forgave me for my sins, I said, God is good. When I was 19, I began traveling with the ministry, sharing the good news of the gospel. And as I did that, was involved there was a fulfillment within my heart, and I said, God is good. When Cindy and I were married, when I asked her if she'd marry me, and she said yes, I said, God is good. He was very good. When I held that little boy in my hands, our first child, first time daddy, as I looked into his face, the joy that washed over me, I said, God is good. But you know, the next 10 years, as we heard heart failure, as we heard heart failure for our third born, as we heard cancer, heart failure again, up until that day when we buried our son. Today when I am before you and when I say, God is good, it carries a whole different context.
One of the reasons we've asked Dwayne and Cindy to come in here and share on the subject of pain to purpose is because of what they've journeyed through themselves. And anytime you can have a speaker here or a group here that's actually walked through something, it's just a lot more meaningful.
We share in one-night services where we include a teenage young lady perspective and our younger children. And from Cindy and I's perspective, we'll do an evening of singing, testimony, ministry time.
There's times where we go into a community for an extended amount of time and we have 5 days with the same group of people.
We can have small group times for discussion, and then also where we can share one-on-one.
I know we have people in our church that have gone through a lot of things, and sometimes it's good to have a voice other than the pastor to come in and speak to them rather than just us. And so we do it every year. We bring someone in, and this year we have Dwayne and Cindy here for 5 nights.
We are able to, first of all, talk about where did pain and evil originate. Second, we talk about pain in our relationships with other people. Third, I share about pain and how it affects our relationship with God.
I know you're good, but this don't feel good right now.
One of the first things that we do when a difficulty happens in our life is we blame God.
The pain and suffering in this world is not God's fault. Back in the garden where God said, do not partake, and mankind rebelled, that is why evil and pain and suffering is in this world.
He created us to live in a beautiful world without pain, without suffering.
Sometimes I gotta stop, remember that you're God and I am not so.
Even though it was not God's design, this was not God's fault, He still delights in redeeming.
He wants to redeem. He gave us another chance when He said, you know, I will send my Son, and you'll still be able to experience the life that I created for you.
Thy will be done. Thy will be done.
Whatever we go through, God's grace is there, is sufficient for each of our moments.
As we understand the heart of God, we realize that God, He wants to walk alongside of us.
To give hope to those that are facing loss, that are facing tragedy, difficulty in their life.
He'll never leave me, no matter where I go.
The message of pain to purpose helps people to look differently at those events in their life, look from an eternal perspective.
He wants to transform our pain into purpose and give us a future and a hope.
He knows my name.